Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of grade 7. I hope everything is going well with you. Today we'll have to continue what we started last time with the present simple and the present continuous. We already dealt with everything about when to use the present simple and when to use the present continuous. But today we'll deal with something that we call different types of verbs concerning present simple and continuous. The main two types of verbs I'm talking about are the stative verbs and the action verbs. Let's start by defining what is an action verb and what is a stative one. To begin with, action verbs describe actions or things that happen. So whenever we talk about action verbs, we can say like play, go, talk, move, and study. So what we understand here is the action verb concerns something dynamic. You have to move in order to prove that this is an action verb. Now the next is the stative verbs. Stative verbs describe states, not actions. What states are you talking about, Miss, please? I will answer you. The state of mind or the state of feeling. So usually we use the stative verbs in order to describe how we feel, maybe how we think about something, whether we agree, whether we disagree, whether we believe, we suppose something. So these stative verbs does give us a state of mind or a state of emotion. You got it? That's why we call it stative verbs. You don't have to make any move in order to explain what that verb is, sorry. So it's the condition which is not changing or likely to change. Hate, so when you say I hate someone, you don't have to show hate, it's just something that you feel inside you. I know, or when you say I believe in something or whatever. The next part here, of course, definitely the focus or the main focus of the lesson today is the stative verbs. I'm focusing on the stative verbs. The general idea about the stative verb is that we only use them in the present simple form. So verbs like we had just a minute ago, we say I hate Mr. Nader, for example. I believe that it'll be hot tomorrow. I think it's cold today. Right here, the only form of these stative verbs are only the present simple. So the general rule is that we only use the present simple in order to express the stative verbs. We have so many stative verbs in English. The first group I'm talking about here is the emotion one. Like, dislike, hate, love, need, want, and prefer. So none of these verbs can be taken in the present continuous form, only the present simple. So we usually say, I like English. I love you. I need some water, or I need some money to buy a new mobile, for example. I prefer going to the cinema to watching movies on TV. So these verbs of emotion are always in the present simple form. Possession, and to possess something means to own it. It means that you have it. So it's something that you own, it means possession. These verbs are belong, own, and have. Belong, own, and have. So if you are talking about your neighbor, you can say that our neighbors own the most, or we can say the fastest car I have ever ridden. So you're talking about your neighbors owning something specific. So our neighbors own. So it's not our owning. For example, when you say this mobile not is belonging at all, we just say this mobile belongs to Sally. This house belongs to the Foresters. This school belongs to Mr. Taral, and so on. Now the sense. The sense verbs are, your 5 senses are seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and touching. Okay? So what's the verb of touch? It's feel. So the verb that we focus here concerning the touching sense is feel. So we've got see, hear, smell, seem, sound, look, and feel. Moving to thought, the verbs of thought, we've got agree or disagree with someone, believe in something, suppose a thing, doubt, know, mind, wish, realize, know and understand, and recognize, mean. Now, in this case, and according to what I'm saying to you, is that we can never say, I am understanding the lesson now. No. You say, I understand the lesson, teacher. Let's move to the exercise. That's it. For example, I know what Mr. Ahmed is talking about. So you never say, I am knowing. You just know, even if the action of knowing or knowing process is now. You never say, I'm doubting something. You only say, I doubt that Nader is coming to the party. Never, I'm doubting. Also, I wish you will get the best of luck in the future. You never say, I'm wishing. The only one thing that I would like you to understand is about the verb understand. Sometimes I can say, my father is understanding. But in this case, and pay attention to that, understanding here is not a verb, it's an adjective. So if you have a difficult situation and you took your father's opinion, you would say that my father is understanding. It means that he appreciates the hard situation that you're in. So it's not a verb, it's an adjective. Other verbs that you may see during the exercises that we're going to have are fit, contain, and consist. So if you're talking about this school, you can say that Minya Bridge School consists of 3 main buildings, not is consisting. You got it? Now that exercise, we'll have to put the verb into the correct form, whether present continuous or present simple. Now the first one, are you hungry? Which one is it working here? Are you wanting or do you want? I hear one of you saying, what do you want to eat? Now Alan says he's 90 years old, but nobody believes him. The form of belief here must be believes. That's right. We can never say is believing. Plus, nobody is an indefinite pronoun. Most of the indefinite pronoun, if not all, need to take the verb in the singular form. So it has to take a verb that matches he or she. Got it? Now, she told me her name, but I don't remember it now. Never say, I am not remembering it now. No, I don't remember. Don't put the dictionary away. I'm using it. So use was not one of the verb lists that I gave you, so it can be used in the present continuous form. Now, don't put the dictionary away. I need it. Definitely never say I'm needing. Air consists mainly of nitrogen and oxygen. Definitely we used this sentence, consist, in the present simple because it's a fact. Away from that it's a fact, consist can never come in the present continuous form. So who's that man? Is it to say, are you recognizing him or do you recognize him? That's right, it's do you recognize him. Now, Gary wasn't well earlier, but he seemed okay now. As long as seem is one of the stative verbs, we can say he seems okay now. The rest of the lesson will be introduced to you next session. Till we meet again, goodbye.